So here we are, one Atari video computer system. Now if this was 1980 and you were 7 years old like I was, this would have been the perfect Christmas present for you. Now as you can see, back in 1980 this cost £69.99, adjusted for inflation probably around £400 or about $600. It came with this one with a free Pac-Man game, as you can see, and it also had its own games that it came with, which had 27 games that it came with. If we look on the back, some examples of the games you would get tank games, fighting through mazes, jet fighter games, and biplane games as well. So just some of the examples of the games you would get. So let's get this apart and opened and see what's inside. Okay, so we've opened the box and let's see what we get inside. We get our Welcome to the Atari Club book. So you get that. You get your just a service centre repair book. You get your owner's manual. It comes with it, Atari owner's manual. And then this one, it came with the free Pac-Man game. I do like the artwork that they used to do on these old Atari cartridges. That's really quite cool looking. So you've got the Pac-Man game, you also got the combat game, which is the 27 variations that came as standard with the Atari. So you got that as well. Then you have the power supply in here, just a standard power supply. So that's your power supply, that's what you plug it in with. So that, and then you've got your paddle controllers, joysticks and the main console. So let me just take them out and we'll be back. Okay, all unboxed now. So if you're a modern gamer, you're going to be used to a controller like this one. Lots of buttons, lots of joysticks, triggers on the back, even a little mouse pad on the front you can control. None of that. You got none of that. What did you get? You got two joysticks that are plugged in with wires. I know, right? Just wires that are plugged in the back. And one button on each joystick. That was it. You also see a fire button. That's all you needed on each one. So you got two joysticks. And you also have, something you don't see anymore, paddle controllers. Now these are basically just used to spin round and round, left or right. That was it. That's all you had, and a button on the side. And you got two of those as well. Nice and simple controls. And that was it. And then they would plug in the back of the unit with your power adapter in the middle here. So that's your basic controller setup. Nice and simple, but it worked. Okay, so you've chosen which game you want to play. Now depending what game you want to play, you either have to use the joysticks or the paddle controllers. So depending on what one you want, depends which one you plug in the back. So once you've plugged your joysticks in, you've plugged your power supply in, how do we connect it to the TV? Well, modern games consoles, you just use a HDMI cable, you plug it in the back, you select AV channel on your TV and off you go and you play. Well, this is 1980, remember? So we use the antenna cable or the aerial cable, depending on what you call it. You plug that into the back of your television. You then have to tune your television in to the signal frequency that comes out of your game system. And trust me, this used to take ages. 15-20 minutes to get it tuned in nicely. And then once you've got it all set up and tuned in so it would work, you go away a couple of days, you come back, play again, and the tuning would have drifted because good old fashioned electronics, so you'd have to properly tune it in again. But once you've got that done, you're then ready to play. So let's just have a quick look at the controls on the front of the machine. So you've got your power switch on and off, pretty simple. Then you don't get this anymore. Do you have a colour TV or black and white TV? So you obviously colour nowadays. You also have different difficulty levels for player 1 or player 2, so you can have different difficulty settings. Then game select, so obviously depending on the game you've put in, there may be various levels or different options you can cycle through, so you just click that button to cycle to whatever level in the game you want. And finally, good old reset button at the end, so if it all freezes or you want to start again, just hit the reset button and you're ready to go. And the last thing that's left, of course, you need to get your games cartridge, which although only very small in memory, is basically the original version of what an SD card might have been. Same principle as an SD card anyway. There's microchips in there, ROM chips in there that store the game, and then you just plug it in the front, click it into place, you then turn it on. May have to hit the reset button just to get everything going, and you're ready to play. So that's how you'd set your system up. Let's now go and plug it onto the TV and have a look at some gameplay. Okay, so we've got the games console connected up now to my TV. Managed to get the TV tuned in on the old analog system to get it working. It's not too bad, to be fair. Yeah, we got Pac-Man loaded in and ready to go. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so that was the Atari 2600 video computer system by Atari. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see some more with some different gameplay from different games, let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this, and may the force be with you, and I'll see you again soon.